You ever watched the Brady Bunch? Masha, Masha, Masha. Yeah, that's this house behind me. It just screams that TV show. It's nothing to do with this show, but it's the era. And just, you'll see as we walk through. Hi everybody, my name is Alister, and I'm your host, The Modern Modernist. Today's house, we are in Woodlake. It's a little small community, just literally 2-3 miles, a stone's throw north of Sacramento. We'll get into why that neighborhood is sort of important to the mid-mod movement, or what was so special about it, I guess. Today I'm going to start the video. We are outside in front of, on this property, 195 Baxter. My favorite part of the house. I know, you think it'd be indoors, but no, it's actually outside. This house, I'd probably buy my own lawnmower, mow the lawn myself, just so I could stare at this window. It's right on the corner of the house, and the window just kind of goes, obviously, as you see behind me, and then next to 90 degree and around. And we'll go stand in the room that it's in, because it's also a pretty cool room. But I just like that window. Listing agent today, Jennifer Hayes, thank you very much, fellow Lyon agent. This house is fresh, live, last night, basically on the market. Give me a call, I will gladly show you this house. This house is 1968 built and lived in, but I don't understand how they raise children in here, and it is not destroyed. It's almost as if it just got decorated and then time capsuled the house from 1968 to 2023. It's an immaculate original condition with very, very few. I think there's a bathroom floor that's been tiled post 68, but that's it. You're gonna love this. It's a cool house. So we'll start front door. Gonna walk around. Lots. See this? Like I said, 68. Mid-mod officially has been over 2 years, right? Because it ended 66. But you get a lot of lava rock on this house, both in and outside. So it's got all the features of a mid-mod. But you're gonna get, like, I mean, it's just a calendar. So people say, oh, mid-mod ended 68, but there were still people building 68. Oh, 66, and then people building after that mid-mod because people like the style. The String Brothers, I mean, they didn't even get rolling until 1960 and stopped in 86. See this? Lava rock again. Front door. This is a cool front door. Look at that. So that's the original front door. Double. It swings out double, and then there's like this lamp. So you have to go through that door, otherwise you smack your head on the lamp. But it's cool. I believe it all. This house is going to be one of those houses that when it sells, it's going to make you a little nervous, because it's like, oh, the new owner's going to leave it as is and just live here and fill it full of mid-mod furniture and appreciate for what it is, or are they going to gut it and make it more contemporary, which would be sad. So we're going to go, usually I kind of save like my favorite bits right to the end or in the middle, but no, today we're going to go straight to it. Remember that window? So as we walked, my bearings, you ready? So we were behind, so directly behind the camera is where I was standing, and we've kind of walked down, around, through the front door. Now we're walking back out, or inside the house obviously, but to where it was. And this is, I see the light changes because there's so much light. Look at that. That is that window. And this is the dining room. And once again, mid-mod, it was that revolution, it was that, big middle finger up to the Victorians of stop collecting stuff. You don't need more furniture, you need less, and built-ins. So, formal dining room with a whole built-in china cabinet and buffet, I guess would be the word to use. We haven't seen one of those yet. That's awesome. It really is. Another cool feature of, you see mid-mods, you'll see rooms on Google Images, right? You'll see a living room and you're like, how on earth did they get that lamp in the middle of the room and there's no cord? Well, something about the mid-mod movement that you saw towards the end of the latter part, and definitely into the 70s, was you would get power receptacles in the middle of floors. You won't see that in a modern day home today. Everything's on the wall, so it's weird, right? You can put all your furniture on the outside, and then there's this big open space in the middle, whereas you get to these kinds of mid-mod homes and you can kind of move furniture to the middle. You can walk behind stuff. Not everything's pressed against walls. And as you look around the house, especially this era, you've got your HVAC vents in the floor. So you can't have a couch up against the wall because it's going to cover the vents. So you got to pull stuff into the middle of the room. And that's how you solve your lighting issue if you want a lamp. And it's kind of neat because you could have the whole power cord under the lamp and just the lamp would be freestanding because it plugs to, below it. It's kind of a neat little thing. I don't know why this was done, but there's a doorway here. So there's a fireplace, lava rock, of course. And there's this doorway. Where does that lead? It leads actually to the pantry behind it. So, I mean, would you put your firewood on the floor in the pantry and then there's your fire? Anybody knows? Comment below. Give me an answer. I think it's kind of fun. Like my kids, that'd be hide and go seek. All day, that would be hide and go seek. And then, so we've done, like I said, that's my two favorite rooms right there. That window is just awesome. So behind us is the front door. Very, very original. Of course, popcorn ceilings. I know, not everybody's favorite, but that was a mid-month thing. So you're gonna walk into this hallway from the front door, right? All original tile. Yep, I know, brown. I like brown. It's coming back, believe it or not. There's a massive, massive coat closet. There's actually a vacuum cleaner in there, ignore that. But that is an incredibly deep closet. And there you go. And again, see, like I said, they do a lot of the floor vents. That was just a thing at the time. But they solved the problem as far as outlets to plug in lights. You just put them in the center of the room, carpet over the top, leave a little hole. It's kind of nice. We're gonna go, let's go to bedrooms. There is something in the kitchen that I want to save, not quite to the end, but towards the end. And so we're gonna go down this hallway. So look, let's do this. Ready? Because if we go down low, look at all those lights. And they go down that hallway and then they hang a right turn to the primary. So there's 4 of those. These are all original light fixtures in this house, by the way. Extremely original. And there's a really unique feature about this house. So if you're the hostess with the mostest, you're gonna like this house. So we are 4 bedrooms. Here's one. Ready for this? Look at this wallpaper. See what I mean? Like, it's just Brady Bunch in a good way. Not in a bad way, in a good way. And towards the end of the mid-mod era, you still had windows high in a wall. I know it sounds a little strange, but compared to where they were on the floor, a little elevated up. And they were just long and skinny, but they are starting to get a little bit deeper, which lets this house, and the light coming in is amazing. And then, let's look at this closet. See, you got 3 closet doors. Back then, mirrored doors on closets, you don't really see that much. It's all wood. But look at the size of these closets. That just goes for days. And this is a kid's room, and that's your closet. So it's almost like the kid could grow into the room, right? As a teenager, as they get more clothes. And then obviously when they're younger, it would be toys. So it's a fun house. It sort of solves the problems that you run into on a Strange Brothers home with no storage. This has storage. Now here's something you see not every day anymore. People always rip these out. You have an intercom system. It's throughout the house. It's been left completely original. There's not a single one of these been removed. Do they work or not? In actual fact, as I say that, I didn't check. We can check. There'll be the master unit, control unit in the kitchen, and we can futz with it. But kind of neat. I remember my parents' house had one of those, and so it would have like you put the FM radio on downstairs in the kitchen, and you could turn it on in any room in the house, and you'd have radio throughout the house. So as you were going through the house, you just turn it on and you got the radio. This house is very cool. On broker tour day, this kind of got called the strawberry shortcake room, and you'll see why. You ready? Pink enough? It's a great girls' room. It really is. And again, see, we've got an absolutely massive closet. And I just noticed the flooring here. It's linoleum, but it's it's more on the pink side than the red. Also equally as cool. Again, right? Mid-mod is looking at the Victorians. Stop buying furniture. You don't need more stuff. Do built-ins. You got a little desk, right? Some shelves and a little closet next to it too, or drawers. I mean, there's storage galore, and it's still a big room. Absolutely massive room. And we're gonna go, remember how I talked about the hostess with the mostest? This is a neat little room. You ready? What's going on in there? It's a gift wrapping room. What? Yes! I mean, I remember as a kid, my parents, whenever you went to a dinner party, you always brought a gift. And I remember my mom or my dad would wrap it. And so, there's your work area. Isn't that cool? Tell me that's not cool. Let's just get out of the way a little more. But, yeah. And again, a functional room. These are all over the house, original. Not one has been taken out. And put the table back. But yeah, a gift wrap room. As an agent, that's the first time I've ever seen one of those. I know when this house was listing and they were going through the listing agreement, and you have to state, does it have a pool, does it not have a pool, what rooms does it have? I remember the manager in our office actually questioned it, like, what is a gift wrap room? And yeah, that's a gift wrap room. Again, another bedroom. Now this bedroom, I can only assume at some point, just by looking at the walls, these walls were wallpapered. It is the only room in the house that wallpaper has been removed. So I don't know what was, it had to have been originally wallpapered, but not anymore. And this was obviously a boys' room. It's all blue, but again, see, all the built-ins. And you know what's nice about these built-ins? See this? That is all original hardware. And when we're talking about original, there's actually a custom piece of furniture in this house. It would be a shame to see it disappear. It's being sold with the house, so it's pieces, just because of the room it's in, and equally as cool. So this is, I said, as an agent, as a mid-mod, connoisseur, buff, fan, this house, it's happy to see it, but it also makes me sad because it makes me very nervous of what the next person's gonna do. And again, you see, it's all there. Now, see these lights? Okay? So you come down this hallway, right? And we're gonna make a right into the primary. And then again, there's one more. I think we're gonna have to do a video on mid-mod lights at some point. And so this is the bathroom for these 3 bedrooms down here. Okay? Or, right? So you got 1, 2, 3, this bathroom. And again, see, look, so there is a shower in the corner there, and then there is actually a light in the shower. I see a lot of new homes where they do have a shower stall and there's no light in the shower. This one does. So if we kind of do, there we go. See, kind of neat. And then this is a big bathroom. It's, let's see, kind of the toilet there, and then there is a tub. See, again, and here's an old school window that you don't see anymore. So, and can we go? No. But anyway, see these like shuttered glass? You know, I don't even remember the last time I saw those. But yes, and then shower stalls. People were definitely smaller back then because that thing is a skinny, mini little door. Faucets, again, people have left it alone. Look at that. I mean, let's get a better view. That's a really cool faucet. And there's so many features in there, so it'd be a shame to see them taken out. And then look behind me, see? Wallpaper in a bathroom. Everyone tiles today. Back then, you wallpapered. And it's kind of cool. It's a really cool, it's like a semi-gloss, semi-flat. It's not quite like a sheen. There's a sheen to it, but it's not full-on glossy. I assume because obviously you've got issues with kind of straight wallpaper, you got some kind of finish on it because it's in a wet environment. So it's definitely held up. This house has been in '68. This wallpaper is still here, and we're now in 2023. Yeah, that's what's that? 55 years. Yeah, I just did the math in my head. Yeah, that's a hot minute for wallpaper to last. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyway, and then here we go. We're gonna go to the primary. Again, there is actually no central main like light fixture hanging in this, but again, look at those built-ins. So what I like about these types of homes, these mid-mods, is you're gonna end up with a nightstand and your bed, and that's it. And it's gonna make these rooms massive because they've already accounted for the room of the built-in. You don't need any additional chest of drawers. And that is a ton of chest of drawers. And wait till you see the closet. So you're just not, you can put some chest of drawers in there freestanding, but yeah, you're just not gonna need it. And then in this like again, built in, you know, makeup counter. I mean, look at the drawers. There is a ton of storage in this home, absolute ton. And again, got shower, tub. This tub, hold on a second. Yep. All right, shower stall. There's no one of those little sort of slats, windows. Toilet obviously is behind the door. And again, there's another built-in above. I mean, there's just tons of storage. And then off of this, and we've got the original floor in here, by the way, too. There's a linoleum tile, which I kind of like. And then, again, you've got this huge closet. And we discussed this, there was another home. Where was that? Oh, the Cameron Park home, 2 videos ago. Pocket doors. This is why you have pocket doors. They don't eat into space. They just slide into a wall. And then obviously your attic access is in this closet, which is nice. Oh, it's so original. Look at this. I mean, oh, these are little crystals. So, I mean, not the most fun thing to clean, but oh, once every couple of years, dip them in hot soap, hang them back up. That'll be nice. They'll be fine. And they're cool. And then stuff like this, here's a top tip, right? See these crystals? You're in a bathroom, you're in a wet environment. So it gets wet, they dry, and you know, when you're in there, right, because of steam, and then it'll attract dust. Rain-X. Once you do wash these every couple of years, like I said, just give them a little bath in Rain-X, and then rehang them. Because then it's like, Rain-X is just like on your windshield. Water just runs off of it, and so you don't get a lot of dust or collection of all that stuff building up in the water because the water runs off. So there is no water for it to stay wet long enough. It does work in bathrooms, believe it or not. Now, I did say before, we need to do something on light fixtures. This is my favorite light fixture in the whole house. Super, super original. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You know what's funny? The telephone's ringing. That is hilarious. Oh well, we're not answering it. But when's the last time you heard just take a moment. When was the last time you heard a telephone ring in a house? I don't remember. That's funny. Anyway, enjoyed that little moment. So, now we come off of the front door. Here we are. And this is a really cool room. It is fireplace. Again, lava rock. So we have 2 fireplaces in this house, by the way, folks. Originally, the listing agent was telling me this house, when the owners were here, because it's since now vacant, up here, they had, hanging across there, a big old Marlin. That's cool. That must be kind of neat. That must set the theme for the room, but this is basically a bar area. Lounge, hangout. It's got linoleum floors because there is a pool, so you would come into this room from the pool, and then it was an exit to outdoors. And remember we were talking about, I said there's some custom furniture? Well, there's a full-on wet bar here in very, very 70s avocado green. These stools were built in 1972. They are custom to the house, so they're not going anywhere. It would be an absolute downright shame if someone ripped that out. And how do we know? Well, this is the fun part when you get to collecting mid-mod stuff or just any kind of contemporary old school furniture. You go back to the Victorian age, so now you're into like, you know, old furniture. Back then, you had to kind of guess the style of what a woodworker did. They would carve their names in it. Some not even a name, they would carve like a mouse, a hamster, a rabbit, like an animal into the wood. And you know, oh, that was Fred Smith from back in the day in, you know, East London. Yeah, no, 1972, you did labels. And there you go, there's your label. So what does that label say? Let's have a looky loo. So it is actually 1972. It is down in Santa Monica. And yeah, there was 1, 2, 3, there's 5 of these original. They're coming with the home, folks. So very, very cool. Now off of this bar area, another little room back here, we do have an office. And again, this is funny. Someone was telling me about a light fixture in this house, and I've been here for about a half hour setting this video up, turn the lights on, just trying to remember stuff, find some things, because of what's in the kitchen I had to go through and lay out. And I was like, did someone mentioned a light unit or a light fixture in this house? And I couldn't find it. So while I'm standing here yapping, I just looked up, I'm like, there it is. Look at this. So, look at that. That light fixture, and see those the colors on the outside? It kind of reminds you like the old school, they would, I never knew it was a toy for kids or adults, but you would have like, paper characters, right? And they would just, you'd differentiate the drawing by one tiny bit, and then you'd spin it in a drum and then look through, and then the person would be like walking, running, or a horse galloping. That's what it kind of reminds me of, those lights. But I like it. Oh, by the way, popcorn ceilings. Gotta have popcorn ceilings, right? But look at this, more built-ins, more and more built-ins. Again, they haven't been touched, they've been left. I did on one in the hallway notice the original doorbell's still there too. Maybe we'll hear the doorbell today too, who knows? But I don't remember the last time I heard a phone ring. Again, it's all here, guys, all here. And then we are in this bar area, right? And you've got more storage. We've got more storage here. Let's see, I'm just getting nervous opening up stuff. But yeah, there's a ton of storage in this house, which does address that issue in a string home of not a lot of storage. Because Carter Sparks, for instance, he was a true into mid-mod. It was, less is more. The people don't want a lot of stuff. It was that rebellion against, like I said, the Victorian age of, going on tour and collecting things. And look at this. So this kitchen is very unique. So we're going to start with the kitchen. There is here, I don't think this light works because there's actually, oh, no, it does. There you go. Boom, bingo. So this is almost like a pantry for the bar area. It's incredibly deep, ton of shelves. And so there's pantry number one. Okay, close that. Oh, that, by the way, doorbell, very original. And there's actually another one down the other end of the house, so that's kind of cool. Oh, here's that phone, remember these? Oh my gosh. So this is what was ringing, guys. Oh, you know what? Let's see if the microphone picks this up. I have no idea. Does that? There you go. When was the last time you heard a dial tone? I don't know. I had to do that. So now we're in the kitchen. Again, wallpaper. This is all original. Absolutely all original. We've got a desk in the kitchen. So you kind of, you got an office back there, more official, close the door. And then this one's like, I don't know, grocery list, cut your coupons. I have no idea. These people have got phones that ring, so clearly they're probably still cutting coupons, right? Rather than an app. But it's kind of neat. But anyway, this, again, we have great use of pocket doors in this house throughout. Someone was definitely thinking. And then, so behind me, this is almost like a butler's kitchen. And then there's a double oven, remember, mid-mod, separate double oven. It's all there, absolutely. And then behind me is pantry number two. So hold on a second, let's do that. And look at the size of this. And again, the pantry has a pocket door. You could feed an army in this house. Absolutely. How much food storage? There's 3 bedrooms. So they 3 kids. Were they doubling up? We did kind of make a reference to the Brady Bunch, but wow. And then the kitchen is just, let's talk about original. Look at that. Formica. Yeah. And here is the surprise I was talking about. Ta-da! Plans. Very strange architectural plans. Couple things. First off, don't listen to the architect. The original owner of the house, believe it or not, no jokes, all puns aside, it's the Adams family. I kid you not, Mr. and Mrs. Adams. And then I did find these are roll-up plans, but I was digging through an envelope. This one, in actual fact. Hey, you wanna know what the original Bank of America logo used to look like? Look at that. That's kind of cool. Not like they have today, that's for sure. And sorry, something in my eye. But anyway, so I did find these nice folded up versions so we can look through them a little bit. And what I did find, the first 2 pages of these plans, okay, this gets into the history of Woodlake, by the way, now a little bit. There are 5 general contractors wanting to bid for the construction of this home. When I read through the directions, they had to pay a deposit of $20 to bid on the house. And then when they won the contract, they got their $20 back. 20 bucks. I don't know what, I must admit, if there's any general contractors that watch the show, do you even get charged to bid on a house nowadays? And if you do, I'm sure it's more than $20. But that's like your fee to bid on the home is 20 bucks, of which then gets refunded back to you if you win the contract. At least that's what it says in the writing. I don't know, interesting. But anyway, so this house has plans. There is also at this house, I couldn't find it. It was here on the broken day. I hope the agent has probably removed it just because it does have a little bit of value and a lot of nostalgia. This has a Jeremiah Pool, which is a local contractor here in Sacramento, still in businesses today. Absolutely, they were what Strang Brothers were to Midmont Moving in Homes. They were to the Midmont Pool construction here in Sacramento, and they're still in business today. And so this house has, they ordered a Jeremiah Pool, or Jeremina, and a Jeremina Pool, sorry, and they have the contract, the folder, the sales brochure, everything is all original. What they paid for, there was a couple of amendments to construction because they added some things halfway through. It's all there. It's really impressive to see, and it's a really cool original document. As well as, like I said, you've got rolled up original plans, and then these ones are actually in really nice shape. They're kind of folded. So, talk about that radio system. You ready? Look at that. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on here. And then you've got up here, see, I said this is part of the intercom system, I assume, because you've got 1, 2, 3, 6 little head units. So I guess you'd push one of those and then yap like, hey, Marsha, get in here, lunch is ready. So that's kind of cool. But look at it, it's all original. It's not beat up, it's not damaged. It actually looks really, really clean. I mean, the plastic here too, this still has its original shine on it. I don't know how they raise kids in this house, and the house is immaculate. Well, yes I do, they probably parented. I don't know, sarcasm aside, but it's an amazing, amazing shape. We've still got to go out to the yard, guys, and we're still yapping about kitchens. Formica, look at that color. That color's coming back, say what you will. I mean, look at the backsplash. It's all the way through, all Formica. So that's kind of cool. So we're gonna go outside, but I'm gonna do it through the garage. The patio door has like a deadbolt on it, and there's a key, and I can't find a key. So we'll go through the garage. And absolutely massive, massive garage. And this is kind of, look at this. That is a very, very, very original house vac system, or central vacuum. And yeah, this is your standard garage. It's not finished at all. This is one thing I would is finish this. I'd make this immaculate. Pops through the floors, not, but I would absolutely get that done. And again, so we're gonna come outside. This is off of, actually missed a room. So let's go in this door. You ready? Whoops. Again, off of the pantry. So let's get our bearings. Remember I walked, I'll throw you guys around here, I'll seasick in a minute. So there's the bar. Walked into the butler's kitchen. Off of the kitchen, there is a laundry room. Massive, massive laundry room. And there is a toilet back there as well. And again, storage galore. Absolutely. And then behind the outside door, again, I mean, you just keep all your linens in here. You wouldn't even put them in the bedrooms. You just store them out here. It's amazing how much space this house has. And then off of the garage, straight out from the laundry room, let's go right across. So there's the garage, so you can get better where we are. There is basically a plant room. It's like a little greenhouse. So you could start all your seedlings back here, or a little workroom. I don't know, it's very, very interesting house. And again, this is the back side of that fireplace where the marlin used to hang. And coral. There's a beautiful patio out here with this overhang. And then, so I just want to go here. So off of, so you could put Up here, there's all these hooks, hanging baskets, a little bit of a decorative wall, very mid-mod. And there's this huge patio back here. It is hot today, guys. I am sweating, but let's go back here, side of the house. Now here's something very 1960s. The pool, there's no sliders to the pool. You gotta walk around the side of the house to it. But I like that because it keeps it private. You could have people in your home and they'd never know you own a pool. Some people don't want people to know they have a pool because people tend to invite themselves over. Oh, you have a pool? Me and my kids would love that. Right? Whereas if they can't see the pool when they come over and you don't mention it, you don't have that problem, right? But anyway, this is, as I was talking about, one of Sac's original pool contractors. This is what their pools look like. This was built with the home. This home being built in '68. Look at that. I don't know if you can see, is it picking it up in the video? But there's like, it's kind of their thing. There's the fish on the bottom cast in. Do you see them? Yeah, there they are. Boom. And then if I remember from tour day, I think the pool cleaner, unfortunately the little thing's sitting on it. I don't want to try and move it, but there's like, can you see him? You can kind of see half sticking out. Hold on a second. There's like a crab on the very bottom, but the little pool cleaner dude is sitting on him. And there's a diving board. Hold on a second. Let's just get that. So, which you don't see diving boards anymore. Unfortunately, insurance companies, they like those removed. It's a deep pool with a very original diving board. And then this has seen better days. I would restore it. I would not rip it out. But there is a bench out here. But this is wood, or at least, sadly, it was wood. But nothing, that's an easy fix. Any carpenter got that fixed in an afternoon. A DIY person, Home Depot, it'll take you a day. Remember we talked about there's some little starter seating shed out there. There are a couple of vegetable beds. It's kind of nice. You know me, I like my green thumb. I'd have everything growing in there. And actually on the drip system too, so that's half the battle done for you as well. So this house, it's a long video today, isn't it? And you know, close the gate. This is a cool house. It's not going to last long. Hopefully it goes to someone that appreciates mid-mod and does more of a sympathetic restoration as opposed to gut it and let's make it all white with black fittings. Oh, I know, don't get me started. I think what we're going to do is we're going to come to a close on the video, then I'm going to walk through and lock up the house because this is a big home and there's a lot to do and I've got to put plans away and all that good stuff. So let's go stand in my favorite room in closing. Because there's one last thing we did not go over. The final wallpaper. I love it. This is a very, very, very cool house in a very original shape. I don't know. I love it. I'm at a loss for words. Look at that window. I would just buy it for that. Who needs the rest of the house? I just sit up here all day. Right? You know, recliner, relax. Oh my gosh. So, again, Jennifer Hayes, Lyon, listing agent. Thank you so much. I really do. I appreciate it. As I've said many, many times before, when agents let me do this, I'm very grateful. Details will all be below, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment. It does nothing but help me. I do appreciate that you take the time to watch these videos, even these long ones, and we're at, well, we're at 34 minutes already. Hope you like this face. So anyway, once again, my name is Alister, the Modern Modernist. I can't thank you enough, especially on these longer videos. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day. Be good to each other, humans. Bye-bye now.